This week's Play of the Game is brought to you by the Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods, published since 1893. Welcome to this week's edition of HavenFootball.net's Play of the Game. It was a warm, muggy night as these two traditional powerhouses met early in the season. Ridley was coming off a loss to the other powerhouse, Garnet Valley, while the Panthers were 2-0 after a tight win with Springfield last week. Haven's first possession stalled at their own 45, and Ridley starts pounding away. In their first possession as number 2, Alante Smith sprints right up the middle for 15 yards, but the Raiders are stopped at the Panther 46. Which brings us to tonight's first Play of the Game.
And on second down, back to pass, looking for a wheel route on this near side. Fisher's out there. He's got it at the 40, 45-50. Stiff arms a man and pulling away at the 40, 35-30, stutter step, and he will go 83 yards. Kitchen on the money. Fisher does the rest. And the Panthers on the board first with 4:57 to play in the opening quarter.
Haven draws first blood, 7-zip. On Ridley's next possession, Haven's D steps up as number 34 Vince Hales, and number 40 Cole Miller tracks down quarterback number 12 Ryan Carroll and crushes him for a 3-yard loss, forcing the punt. The Panthers are forced to punt on their next possession, and number 6 Jay Kitchen gets off a beauty for 44 yards down to the Ridley 5-yard line. The Raiders go to the air as Carroll finds number 13 Dylan Varney right in the middle of the field for 19 yards. 3 plays later, Smith burns Haven, going right up the gut for another 19 yards. And 2 plays later, number 5, Kameen Powell takes this great lateral, breaks a couple of tackles, and jets down the sidelines for 51 yards and the touchdown. It's all tied up, 7-7. Haven begins a long 16-play drive, including this quick hit up the middle by number 32 Shane Green for 16 yards and a first down. And then Kitchen finds number 5 James Fisher on this pass as Fisher loses the ball and it bounces right back to him for another 15-yard gain. But Haven's luck runs out and the drive ends at the Raider 26. With less than 2 minutes left in the half, Ridley starts pounding the ball through the air, including this Carroll Powell connection for 22 yards. 2 plays later, Carroll finds Powell again and throws a perfect loft pass into the end zone for 6 points. Ridley leads 14-7. Haven has 29 seconds left in the half and goes to the air as Kitchen throws outside to Fisher and lets him find his way as he takes off for 35 yards. With seconds left in 4th and 1, Haven decides to try a 27-yard field goal, but number 27 Ben Milligan's kick has plenty of distance, but sails wide left. The second half is all defense in the beginning, but on Ridley's second possession, the handoff goes awry as the ball falls to the ground with nothing but black jerseys around, and number 20 Marco Kaufman makes the recovery. Haven is at 4th and goal at the 5, and Kitchen goes back to pass, but Ridley's D steps up, forcing Kitchen out of the pocket, and he throws in desperation to Kaufman, but the throw goes out of bounds, and Ridley gets the ball on downs. The Panther D steps up and holds the Raiders to 3 and out, but disaster strikes as Fisher can't find the handle on the punt, and Ridley recovers at the Panther 30. You can't give a good team a short field, and the Raiders take just 3 plays for Carroll to find Kameen Powell with this great reception and run for 29 yards and the touchdown. Ridley misses the extra point, but is pulling away 20-7. Which brings us to tonight's second Play of the Game.
All right, here we go. Give us to Green into the secondary he goes. 50, 45-40, Green pulling away. 30, they're not dead yet as Shane Green will go down inside the 10 to the 5. How about that?
2 plays later, Kitchen sneaks it in from the 1, and suddenly the Panthers trail by only 6 with 5:45 on the clock. Ridley is moving again, and at 3rd and 11, Carroll goes back to pass, but number 40, Cole Miller, gets his hands up and tips the pass, deflecting it to the ground, forcing the Raiders to punt. Which brings us to tonight's final double, play of the game.
2:14 to go here in regulation. 3rd and 4 for the Panthers, certainly 4-down territory. Davis to Fisher, running room, near on the near sideline. Can he keep his feet? Yes, 45, 50, a foot race. James Fisher, 20, 15, 10. And with 2 minutes to go, the Panthers have gone the distance and can take the lead. All right, here we go. Roberts to snap it. Kitchen puts it down. Kick is away. It is long enough. It is good. Milligan 3 for 3 on the extra point.
Haven takes the lead, 21-20. With just under 2 minutes, Ridley knows they have time, and they go to work in the air with Carroll finding a well-covered Kameen Powell, who makes the leap and the catch for 36 yards down to the Haven 23. Carroll is looking for number 18, Chase Staley, and goes to throw, but big number 81, Shahid Curtis, blocks the pass, sending it backwards into the ground. At 4th and 6, Ridley either needs a first down or a touchdown and goes back to the air, and Carroll sees number 34, John Tenney, get open and throws it, but the ball sails a bit long, and Tenney dives and reaches out, but the ball falls harmlessly to the ground, ending the game. Haven wins 21-20 in this barn burner. Shane Green led the rushing with 18 carries for 151 yards. James Fisher had 13 carries for 108 yards and 1 rushing touchdown. He also had 3 catches for 133 yards and another touchdown. He also got 6 tackles on defense. I bet you he slept good tonight. Marco Kaufman led the defense with 9 tackles, 3 unassisted, and 1 fumble recovery. And Ben Milliken had 5 tackles, but most importantly, went 3 for 3 kicking extra points, including the winning final extra point. Next week, on a special Thursday night game, the Pencrest Lions come in to play the Panthers in the annual Media Bowl at 7 p.m. Tune in again next week for another edition of HavenFootball.net's Play of the Game.